Sledgehammer Simbram Berhad, which is more widely known as Anwar, has been Malaysia's leading marketing communications monthly magazine for over 10 years. It's read by a firm's urban advertising, media and marketing professional with an average monthly income excess of RM5,000. Anwar is dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in all facets of marketing, communications, and serves as an observatory of the marketplace for ideas, insights, and inspiration. So yeah, we are here right now to interview Ms. Ruby. Every company has its own organizational structure and culture. It's important for all the employees to know them well. Organizational culture are the shared values, traditions, and way of doing things that influence the way the members act. All this determine how things are done in an organization.
Hi, Mrs. Ruby. It's nice to have you here today. I'll interview for our upcoming project.
Yeah.
So I'd like to ask you about your company and so how is the organization structure for a publishing company like Sledgehammer? How does your department fit into the structure?
Okay. We are actually a very small company, and our organizational structure is very simple. It is not multi-layered. Basically, we have the boss, who is at the top, and each department is headed by a person who reports to the boss. Right? We have the accounts department, the editorial team, the events and workshop section, which is managed by me, as well as the admin and sales department.
So what is the organization culture and how is the employee learning the culture?
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, there's only one boss and all of us report to him, alright? This culture has been in place since the company's inception, and we learn and practice it as we move on with the job.
Okay. How's your daily routine as a manager in your company?
Alright, as an events and workshop manager come office administrator, my work routine varies each day. Alright, when we are planning for a workshop or event, I have to discuss with my boss the topic and contents of the workshop that we want to conduct, identify the speakers, and then once that's finalized, I will be in touch with the speaker to determine his availability, his fees, and then I will have to request for his bio data, the contents of the workshop, the program, so that we could do a PDF or a pamphlet for our marketing purpose. Alright. We use different platforms to market our workshop. More often is through social media, email or SMS blast, as well as the word of mouth. Alright. In bigger events, we also advertise in the papers and over the radio. Alright. Once it's been marketed, I will have to answer to any queries via the phone or emails. And then when that happens, the administrative duties comes in, whereby I will have to accept the bookings and confirm the bookings and keep a record of the bookings that we received. Alright. As an office administrator, my job is to ensure everything runs smoothly in the office day to day. That's it.
So all the managers from different companies have to perform certain activities or functions. So how would you describe your management functions?
I feel that I'm more towards the planning, organizational, as well as the leading function.
So what role do you play as a manager? Are you more of the interpersonal roles, information roles, or the decisional roles?
I reckon I'm more of the liaison, informational, and problem solver. As I'm the contact person listed in all our promotional materials for our workshop and events, all queries are handled by me.
Sledgehammer is one of the most well-known and favorable publishing and event company in Malaysia. However, there are also many organizations out there and are doing pretty well in this industry. What do you think about the aggressive competition in this industry?
I feel that competition is good for the industry. It keeps everyone on its toes, and to be ahead of the pack, one has to be innovative and add value to the services provided. And I believe Sledgehammer is doing this.
An experienced employee in Sledgehammer for 6 years, how does Sledgehammer deal with the strong competition in this industry?
As I say, we are able to stay ahead of the industry by being a leader in the industry. Alright, basically we are able to identify the current trends, and then we are able to bring in foreign speakers to share their creativity and knowledge with the local media people. So, we are still ahead of our competitors in this respect.
As a manager, I'm sure there's a lot of decision making involved in your working routine. So what style would you prefer to use? Maybe let's say it's directive, analytic, conceptual, or behavioral.
I prefer the analytic style, whereby I could analyze each situation, and then I will make my decision on a case-to-case basis rather than as a whole.
Conflicts can be experienced in an organization through many different avenues. It can be that the goals of the individuals are incompatible, or there is a difference in the opinion over the interpretations of facts. However, we cannot deny that conflicts between the manager and the employees are inevitable in every company. Ms. Ruby, in your opinion, what causes conflict between the employees and the manager?
I believe it is communication, because miscommunication creates a lot of problems. So most of the time, it's miscommunication that causes conflict in the company.
The traditional view of conflict believes that it is bad and it should be avoided as much as possible. The view held that conflict was the result of poor communications, lack of openness, or failure to respond to the employee's need. On the other hand, conflict is encouraged to prevent group from becoming stale in an interactionist view. Let's say there is a conflict going on between you and your employees. How would you solve them?
I would prefer to have a meeting, rather informal meeting, and whereby we could, talk things over or hear out what's the problem and then try to solve it.
Do you see those conflict as a functional conflict which is improve a group performance or dysfunctional conflict which hardens the group performance?
I see it as a functional conflict. If we can overcome whatever conflict, then it will improve our services. So that's, to me, it's a good conflict.
So what do you consider to be Sledgehammer's most important asset?
I believe staff is the most important asset of any company. Alright? In fact, it's the backbone of the company. So if you have good staff, then the company is in good shape.
What type of skills do you not already have on board that are looking to fill up a new hire?
I believe communication skills, because I've seen lots of new stuff coming in, and communication is rather bad. So I reckon that if communication is very important, and this is one of the skills that we are looking for in all our new recruits.
So Miss Ruby, can you give me an example of how you work closely with other departments?
Right. As I mentioned earlier, I have to do up a PDF for our marketing purpose. So in order to do this, I have to liaise with the editorial team, and then besides that, I have to liaise with the accounts department, to tell them, to prepare invoices to be sent out. So this is how we work hand in hand for any of our projects.
So Miss Ruby, thank you for your time today, and it's nice to interview you.
Alright, thank you. Welcome.